Hey. Hey. It's been a while. It's been a little bit. Let's just get that all out in the open. It's been a little bit. The last few months have been, they've been really heavy. A lot of change, a lot of new things, a lot of figuring out my own brain, trying to figure out who I am as a person, living on my own in my 20s for the first time, not being in school, not being at my parents' house, like all of these identifiers that I've had my whole entire life are now just kind of there. Figuring out who I am as a creative has been a whole nother story, and this summer has been very interesting, to say the least. I feel like as a professional, I've grown a lot in my day job when it comes to marketing and media and how to do things professionally, and that's been awesome. But when it comes to my personal endeavors, my personal creative projects, those have been on the back burner 1000%. And I'm still trying to learn, like, how do I balance my creativity to speak to my creative self and to heal my inner creative self? That's a whole journey in and of itself that I started this account to really lean into. And that's grown a lot over the last, 5 years since I've created this account and this channel, and the hopes that I've had for it by now just have not been hit. And I think that's okay. But as a creative, that's really hard when you make a space for you to be creative and then you drop the ball on making physical space for you to continue creating. And that's what I'm telling myself today. I think it's about time that I honestly take a look at my work-life balance and fit creativity into that schedule, to fit creativity into the spaces of my life, because that is where I feel the most alive. I feel the most alive when I'm creating things, when I'm creating stuff like this, when I'm sitting down and talking to a camera or taking photos or sitting down with a paintbrush and just making blobs. Honestly, like when I'm sitting down and at my most creative, that's when I feel most myself. And I've been forgetting about that. I've been forgetting that even though I'm creative in my day job, it's not healing my inner creative. And that's what I want this space to be. And I've continued to say that, and I've continued to drop the ball. And so I'm finally starting to take a look at that, to take a look at my schedule, take a look at my life, realigning it, figuring out space that I can actually be creative, to make this content, to start to build this life that I can picture for myself and I've been speaking into for like 10 years. Like, I don't know, man. It's been so long that I've wanted to do this, and I started at the beginning of the summer and got overwhelmed with life and health and all things that I dropped the ball. We're coming up on fall. Fall, I feel like I become my best self in the fall, and I want to really lean into that. You know what? I want to stop talking about myself. But no, this space is for me to be honest about myself. It's basically like a visual journal in a way. The creative process of being a person, figuring out what it means to heal my inner creative and to really lean into that, while also trying to be the healthiest version of myself, because those really do go hand in hand. When you're a creative, so much of your life is leaning into that creativity. And it looks different for every single person. I think that's what I need to continue to tell myself, is that it looks different for every single person. And even though I see myself in this place in the future, that's not what today looks like. So how do I take how do I take the skills I have today, continue to grow them, to continue to feed into them, continue to build that healthy, creative version of myself so that I can reach those goals that I have in the future. Because right now, it's really difficult when I want to be there and I know it takes those steps. I'm not the best at taking the steps. You know what I mean? I'm not the best at sitting down and getting things done. But when I'm having fun and I'm finding creativity in them, I enjoy it. But that takes creating space. So put something on your calendar. I'm telling this to myself. Put something on your calendar. Every Fridays are going to be my creative times. It's going to be my day where I work from home, I set up a camera, I do a little chat to the cam. This is going to be my time where I begin to document what it's like to actually take care of my creative self. I'm going to start to take care of my creative self. And this is going to be a journey. It's going to be hand in hand with all other areas of my life. Because if one is unbalanced, the rest become unbalanced as well. And I want to start healing. I don't know about you. I want to start healing those parts of myself. So this is the first step. We're going to go on a little journey here. I don't know who's going to listen or pay attention. And I don't really think it's about that. I think it's more about just taking the steps to document for myself that I am a creative and I am growing this talent and I'm growing these skills and I am becoming better every single day with every step that I'm taking. And that can be just enough. I don't have to be making money in every single creative endeavor. I can just be building my skills and healing my inner creative, and that can be enough. And that is what's important. So thank you for watching. I don't know what this is going to look like, and I've said that in every single video, but I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad I'm here, and I'm glad I'm taking this time to speak to my own creative, to continue pressing forward, to continue to create things, and just see where life takes me. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next week.